Hey YouTube, this is Phil with What a Great Deal. Just wanted to check in with you guys. Today is Thursday, December the 10th. We are going to be discussing in this video items that we purchased at Crazy Bins on Friday the 4th of December, almost a week ago tomorrow. Some of the things that I've already listed, some of the things that I haven't, some of the things I got burnt on this week. Just because we want to have this as a reality check. I've told you from the get-go this is going to be a truth conversation with us. I want to show you the good, the bad, the ugly. Today is definitely the bad and the ugly on a couple of things. Actually, let's go ahead and knock that out and get that out of the way now. We had two items that we bought this week. One was a coffee pot K Mini Keurig scenario. The other was a sander. I'll insert that footage here. So one of the items I was going to get at the bins today to resell was this Keurig K Mini. Had a pretty good resale, about $70. So I was like, all right, yeah, I'll go ahead and check it out. They actually, at the store, thought, apparently I didn't realize it at first, but they rang it up for $5 instead of $10 because they thought that it was the actual Keurig pods instead. So it was like a food item. And so they gave me the actual cheaper price on it, which I'm glad that they did because that means it was a little bit less that I lost out on. Because when I got it home and I realized that it had been all taped up, I wanted to check it out before I listed it. And I realized somebody had pulled the old switcheroo with their nasty, grimy, old used one. And yes, left all of the parts and like used items all up in it. I mean, yes, the old switcheroo. So again, fortunately it was only a $5 loss, but I wanted to show this just so that you know that when you're buying this sort of stuff to check it out and make sure that the items that you get are what they actually are supposed to be, and also so that you don't give it to a bad, send it to a customer and then think that they're trying to pull a fast one on you. The other item that I ended up getting that I thought I was going to be able to resell for about $70-$80 was this Ryobi One Plus Orbit Sander. I noticed that the box was opened up, so I was going to sell it as open box, which rates were $65 to $85, just depending on the listing. Unfortunately, this also was one where somebody had returned it, hardly used. I say hardly used, I mean used very hard, and just returned all nasty. The sander itself is completely filthy. There is no battery included, and I don't have one, so I can't even test it to see if it fires up, so I will not be listing this item for sale. This also will be going in the trash. So basically, out of the K-Mini and this, a $15 loss out of the bins this past week. Not too terribly bad, though, considering all the other items that I have and got listed and already sold, which we'll go ahead and discuss over in the video. Those items, as you could see in the clip, were terribly used. It was a seal tape item. Obviously, when you get these things from a return center, unless it is a absolute factory seal, if it has been opened, go ahead and cut that tape. Unless it's a factory seal, cut the tape, check your items. You are going to be upset whenever somebody at eBay that you sell it to or on Marketplace is upset with you, be thinking that you pulled a fast one on them. You're possibly going to think they're trying to pull a fast one on you. It's just never a good situation. Going into this business, I'm wanting to tell you, learn to eat costs sometimes. With these items, as you can see in there, there's no way that I could rightfully sell that to anybody. It's going to get thrown in the trash. It's not any good. While yes, that sucks that it's $15 out of the business that could have been potentially used for resale and made like $160 that I was hoping. Not realistic. It's not going to happen. So we are pitching those out. We are going to move forward and onward. The other reality check, as I want to throw in on this one, is I also had if you remember from last week's video, there was a tattoo machine. It was a tattoo transfer machine. Not super familiar with the product, to be completely honest. I opened it up. Everything looked intact as far as I could see. All the parts were there as they were listed on Amazon's site. Everything looked to be brand new, not used. So I listed the item, sold it. The person who purchased it from me spent $100 of their money on buying this, plus shipping and whatnot. I paid for shipping onto it, and they sent me a picture whenever they finally received it because the post office was a little delayed, only to find that one of the pieces inside were broken. It was like a little arm was broken. You have a couple of options when that happens with eBay as far as offering a partial return or a partial refund and then keep the item. You can offer a full refund and then keep the item, or you can pay for a shipping label for them to return it back to you, adding more to my cost, and then them returning it to you and you giving them the full refund. I'll be completely honest with you. I just ate the cost on it, gave them a full refund of their $100. The woman had sent me a couple messages. It was a little heartfelt. I don't want to put their business out there, but it helped her daughter. Tattoos had gotten her daughter through some tough times, and I gave them a full refund, no questions asked, based off of what they had provided already, and went ahead and just didn't even have them return it to us because what am I going to do with a broken tattoo machine? I can't, really resell that aspect of it either to make it worth the paying for another set of shipping and whatnot for it. So told her if any parts of it could be used by all means, and have happy holidays for her and her daughter. So not only losing 2 items this week, but also having to refund an item from last week did hit the budget a little bit for this time. Plus, I had some other expenses. I bought a bunch of boxes and mailer bags and bulk tape. Just normal business that you're going to have costs going into this. So profits this week haven't been as much as I was originally hoping because of a couple things, but it happens. I mean, I'm still good. We'll go over the numbers, but it's still really good as far as the overall cost and whatnot. We're going to go over all the items that I bought. I've already sold most of them, so this week's video is going to be a little bit different than last week's in that I'm just going to basically show you the items. I'm going to show you the, here, let's scoot over, so you can see the items as they have sold. I bought 19 items. I've listed 13 of those, and out of those 13 that I've listed, 8 have already sold. So out of the 19 total items, minus 2 for the sander and the K Mini, that puts me at 17. One of them I'm probably not going to list either, so that's going to bring me down to 16 items. I've listed 13 of them, and of those 13, we've already sold 8. With those 8 sales, the minus eBay fees and everything is $466.82. They were $67.39 to ship, so that leaves me with a net profit of $399.43 minus the cost of goods, which in this case for these 8 items was actually only $75-ish or $73 because one of the items was a $3 item. The omega-3 fish oil that you'll see on here, I sold it for $30, paid $3 for it. That's a win. The other thing I want to touch base on in this video is making sure that you do the right thing with your customers. Again, I can't harp on it enough. Do we have fun doing this? Absolutely. Is it great when it's great? Absolutely. You got to roll with the punches. If something like this comes up, you have to have ethics and morals. Do the right thing, what you would want done to you. I've had a couple of issues in the past with a couple of little small things, nothing that I was planning to resell, but this is the first time I've had something that I plan to resell that hit me a little financially. But again, for the money that I was up last week, $500 total out of 9 items, I can't complain. I'll eat $15 for items this week. For the $300 that I'm up this week, so far with 3 other items to sell, those 3 items should clear me about $200. It was some can lights, For Up Into Selling was a dozen box of those. That has about an $85 resale. A pair of garage lights that are the trifold that everybody's using nowadays. Those have about a $35-$40 resale. And then there is also a, what was the other? Oh, the AT&T phone. I actually have an AT&T desk phone. And those have been selling great. I've got some cordless sets. You'll see that in that listing that I was showing. Cordless phone sets. Who knew people were still using such cordless phones in such a great fashion? Sold almost immediately. I've got a couple of 3-pack where it has 3 headsets still available. If you are in the market, check it out. eBay description is in the link below. It's, some things that you just didn't really think of would be, again, I saw it be a hairy tornado, had mentioned it in a couple of his videos. So when I saw him in a bin, I grabbed it all. Actually, on that note, I've never really shown you guys bin footage before. I used it as a still frame on the last one video. So here, I'm going to show you a little bit of what it's like going to the bins. The music was a little loud that they were using, and I didn't want to get a copyright hit. So the music that you're going to hear is actually by a local artist out of Northeast Ohio named Oliver. I'll go ahead and have his information in the link below in the description, so that you can go ahead and check out his information on Spotify and all his other music sources. He's a super cool guy and super cool music. So that's what I'm going to kind of dub in while I'm doing some narration. You'll see me just grabbing things, throwing it into the cart. You'll see me and my wife going through our carts, kind of scanning things to see what was the value, what was not, and what we're going to keep and what we're going to throw back.
I was spoiled for my situation. Had a kick-ass mom with 3 jobs, and that's how I know you gotta work to make it. So mark this as part of my progress. Mark 5 since the age 11. That's why I'm bad at paying attention. Caught up like I'm in the wrong direction. It's just the way it seems to be. Woke up and I was 18. Full-time job and a baby. But that's alright, that's okay. That's why I am who I became. Used to walk these streets on the east side. Never tried my life on the bright side. So I'm never gonna think I've been through enough. Yeah, this is how I grew up. Dive bars out the corners of my street. Cracked holes taking over the concrete. Watching neighbors give it up on the things they love. Yeah, this is how I grew up. I was 15 when we lost our house to the bank. 17 when I thought my life was a waste. I was 20 when I was rock bottom, flat broke. But that's alright, that's okay. That's why I am who I became. Used to walk these streets on the east side. Never tried my life on the bright side. So I'm never gonna think I've been through enough. Yeah, this is how I grew up. Dive bars on the corners of my street. Cracked holes taking over the concrete. Watching neighbors give it up on the things they love. Yeah, this is how I grew up. I'm not angry, I'm a little repulsed, and now things have changed. Things have changed. I took my youth and I threw it away. I'm not angry, I'm a little repulsed, and now things have changed. Things have changed. I took my youth and I threw it away. I'm a little repulsed. Things have changed. Oh, I took my youth and I threw it away. So walk these streets on the east side. Never tried my life on the bright side. So I'm never gonna think I've been through enough. Yeah, this is how I grew up. Dive bars on the corners of my street. Cracked holes taking over the concrete. Watching neighbors give it up on the things they love. Yeah, this is how I grew up.
So, now that you've seen some of the footage from the actual store itself and the process of going through there and picking items, and luckily we've been getting good early numbers because I've been going at 4 o'clock in the morning to get my numbers. So we get in there a little bit before everybody else, so it's a little slower pace at first, and you can grab some things and get first access to it. Then, as you can see, kind of as the video went along, people pile in and it's shoulder to shoulder. This was still a very light day. There was about half as many people there as there normally was in that store, to be completely honest with you. It does get some crazy sometimes, but again, everybody tries doing their best to do social distancing. It does not necessarily always work out that way. Crazy Benz does a great job of trying it. They've yelled at people. They've got markers and such. They have signs posted. They are doing everything they can, but people are going to be people. It happens everywhere. I have people, brushing beside me at the local grocery stores and in Walmart, not doing the social distancing. I'm not going to say anything about people doing it at any other store. But again, it's been a pretty successful week so far. So back to the actual heading of the video. If you paid attention when you were seeing that scroller a moment ago over here, and here, I'll put it back up on a still shot. Yes. Not yes and no. Did I sell 2 packs of gum for $100 profit? I paid $10 for 2 packs of this Herbitrol nicotine stop smoking gum. That 2-pack for $10 sold for $114 with free shipping. Now, out of that, eBay fees brought it down, and I'm getting my numbers here so I can be for sure. Brought it down to where I made $99.62 minus the eBay fee. Out of that, it also cost me $9.33 to ship it. So, $90 profit from 2 packs of gum. I would have never, I think I literally did look over it. My wife found it because normally she goes up one side of the store, I go up the other side, and then we kind of crisscross over. She found it, and I had missed it to pick it up. So again, kudos to Crystal for going with me, because she picked up a good item that I actually even overlooked. So $90 profit from from 2 packs of gum. Yes, it can be done. Do me a favor, leave your comments below. Let me know, have you been to a bin store like this? Have you found crazy items that you can resell? Have you found items that were disgusting, like the K-Mini was, or like the Sander was, that you've had to eat the cost on? Have you had any experience with that with other items, things from Goodwill or anything like that? Let me know what you find down below. Go ahead and shoot me a message on it. Hit us up on Facebook, hit us up on Mercari, hit us up here, hit us up on eBay. Go check out our store. You can see any of the items that we discuss in here listed on there. I've already checked out the listings for Crazy Bin this week. They actually have a Nintendo Switch this week. There's one per store. They have 2 stores now. The one I go to, they have one at. So it's going to be crazy seeing who's going to go try getting that Nintendo Switch. You never know if you might see it in next week's video. But if we do, you'll see it here first. Catch you out on the next time. Peace, Lake. Peace out.